Welcome to Techie Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle my sound, and I'm not sure the best way to do that. Let me see. Oh boy, not that. Sorry. I guess I'm going to hear myself in stereo. All right. Well, so today we're going to have fun with the Cricut Joy. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I'm still messing with my sound here because I'm not going to be able to talk. And hear myself. Yeah, you can hear that, I'm sure. I really want to know, hopefully that fixed itself. My goodness. Sorry about that. So technology, it's always exciting. So today we're going to have fun with the Cricut Joy. Apologize for that strange intro. I did want to remind everyone about a few things. Hi, Vicki. I saw a preview of your message to me last night, and I've put on nails today. So I will get back to your comment in Messenger after the show. So thank you all for being on. I think we're going to have fun today. This is usually Techie Tuesday has something to do with, well, it's all things techie, right? I've taught how to install fonts. I've taught, shortcuts on keyboards, all that good stuff. So it runs the gamut. Digital scrapbooking. And so I see at a lot of crops, of course, I feel like our Cricuts or our cutting machines have gone like the, yes, it will, Dottie. I'm so sorry that you're at the hospital with your dad. And yes, they're always recorded. So you can definitely go back and watch. So Cricuts and cutting machines, I feel like have gone like cell phones, right? They were small, right? The first Cricut was a 6-inch mat, 6 inches wide by 12 inches. Then they went big, like our cell phones were like the size of an iPad for a hot minute. And they were 12 inches wide. And then now we've gone back to small. Even smaller than the first Cricut. Actually much smaller, because even though the mat isn't that much smaller, the machine itself is a lot smaller. And of course, because we used to have room to plug in the cartridge and to type on a keyboard and different things. Now with the Cricut Joy, you can work it from your phone, your iPad, or your computer, from any of those things. So today I want to just show you three. I felt like the best way to show you was to show 3 different mediums. So we're going to cut on the Cricut Joy. We're going to cut vinyl, permanent vinyl, so that you can see. And this is all scrapbooking geared. So I'm not talking like crafty type things, although you can go from there. But we're going to cut letters with vinyl. So like if those of you, although Creative Memories does have sticky letters, again, they do have letters. There was a time where we all used the ABC letters, and then everybody got Cricuts and we didn't want the letters. Then everyone realized, oh, the sticky letters are really convenient. So I'm going to show you how to do your letters with a Joy and using permanent vinyl. And then I'm going to show you how to cut like an icon. And I'm going to show you how to journal with it. And that, shout out to Gigi because at St. Simon's, she was wanting to do that. She was wanting to journal. Now, it is a little slow. You can definitely write a lot faster than you can let the Cricut Joy journal for you. But if you want a specific font, then, you know, I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to give you some I'm going to give you some fonts that you can go to and install and download on your computer so that you can do it. Well, good, Stacy. I didn't know that you didn't know that you could do that. So that's good, because when you shared the event and then you said you couldn't wait to learn something new, I thought, well, I hope I can teach her something new. And yes, Katie, we all know you love your joy. And we're so sorry about your bunny. But so thank you, Carla. I see you shared. And Kim, if you share, hold on. Let's make sure that we're collecting. Make sure that you comment shared. And oh, I finally have seen my son. It's his birthday today. He left before sunrise. And Aiden, pop your head in here. Let everyone see what you did to your face today. He's a little fried. Looks a little red. Today was Aiden's 21st birthday. Poor guy. This is what happens, right? When you're an adult and it's your birthday, you're like, oh yeah, it's my birthday. So we had family dinner last night. But then tonight I'm like, okay, we're going to go out to eat, because April had to go to work in Baltimore today. This is more than you even need to know. But I was like, I got to do a Facebook Live really quick from 5 to 6. And then Brendan was like, oh, well, I have a haircut at 6. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're going to dinner after that. So anyway, now you know my schedule for the rest of the night. And now Aiden does, because he forgot that, apparently, that discussion last night. So are you going to... you're going to shower? Okay, good deal. So now you all know that Aiden's about to shower. Okay, so a couple quick announcements. Hopefully you saw I posted these last week, the cards for May. And whoop, that's upside down. You know, when you're upside down and backwards, you know something's wrong. And I'm literally clutching an AirPod in my hand, if you must know. I'm gonna not be able to open my hand, because that is the only way to get my iPhone to not talk and provide, even if it's muted, it's feedback. Because even if I make it silent, it's still not. So I am clutching an AirPod in my hand right now. So those of you, I know like 13 or 14 of you are on subscription, so you're going to get these. I did a bunch. Aw, that's awesome, Katie. And let me know if you have any questions, and you can always go to my YouTube channel and check out Techie Tuesdays on Artisan. So these are mailing out this week. One of the cool things with this month's package is that everyone is going to get this Tim Holtz Distress Archival ink, Ranger ink with it, because one of the things I love about cards is the inking on the edges of the cards. I do it on mine. I know a few of you do it on yours, and you have the tools to do that. Well, when I have to do that for you for a kit, it adds hours to card kit prep, but it really looks nice. Instead of adding another layer, it just adds that dimension. So everyone's going to get this cute little archival ink in your kit, and you're going to get a little foam disc, which I'll show you on card class night. It does have like a little Velcro handle that you can buy for it. But I just prefer to use it like this, make a little taco with it. But so that's going to come in your kit. So if you ordered the card kit already, they're shipping out. I'm hand delivering the ones that are close in town. I've already printed the postage for 10 of them. And so I have got more to ship out over the next couple of days. You close folks, I'm waiting just a little bit because I'm waiting for some more packaging to come. Okay, so the other thing I want to quick, because how has 10 minutes gone by so quick, is I want to share with you super fast. And you can probably hear it in my voice. I got a good old-fashioned head cold. We all, tested as we do in this day of COVID, but it's just a good old-fashioned head cold, which I have not had. I really haven't been sick since I had COVID last August, and so it kind of threw me for a loop. All right, so I wanted to take you out to the Creative Memories website to show you real quick that there is a new promo going on, but don't get scared. It's not like, spend $1 million and get 10 punches. It's free shipping when you spend $70 in tools. So if you ordered, and here's me because I love you guys so much and you guys are so good to me. With purchasing, if your order from Go Gray in May would have qualified for this, and you were charged shipping, I will go ahead and refund that shipping. Even though I ordered last week before this was, so I actually paid shipping on your orders, but whatever. That's just how I am, because I know how it is when stuff goes on sale right after you buy it. So it's like an all tools thing. So there's some of you that all you did buy was tools and you didn't spend 70. So most people, but if you did spend 70 and you were charged shipping, I will credit your order for the next time. And if there's anything you do want that you didn't order, then I will pool the orders this week to so that we can get the shipping. So if there's any of the new punches, recipe templates, border maker cartridges, anything like that, I will group those orders and you will get free shipping on those. So the website is pretty cool. Like if you go to the border maker tools section, it will show you, it has this banner right across that is included in the free shipping. So any border maker cartridges are included in that. So if you ordered the Flourish and now you want the Sandcastle, we can do that for free shipping. Like I said, if you didn't spend $70 in tools on your Go Gray, unfortunately I can't do that. If you did order $70 at Go Gray, then I will count it as free shipping if you ordered $70 just in tools. So, but anyway, you can message me, let me know if there's anything you would like. And then what else do I need to show? Oh, this is really important. So those of you, oh, I'm sorry, Katie, Kitty. Yeah, I forgot what it felt like to be sick. I haven't been sick in so long. Didn't know how to act, and poor Brendan, he gave it to me as always. And he I don't know why he seems to get me sick, but I was like, come on, you're fine. And then he gave it to me and I was like, this sucks. Oh, hey, Amy. So important message. I'm glad you jumped on here, Amy. So everyone who's Ruby and above is going to get an important email tomorrow at 7:30. So it's scheduled to go out 7:30. If you are Ruby and above, which means you've attended 5 of my retreats or more, then you're going to get an important email. So you're going to want to look for that. Don't sleep on that. Okay, so I told you about Card Kit. Don't forget to sign up. This month I'm shipping, in addition to Florida, I'm shipping to Maryland, South Carolina, Texas, Connecticut, and California. So if you've got friends in other places, then and you're making the cards, go ahead and share with them. All right, well, now's the time. If you haven't shared this straight to your Facebook page, now's the time you want to tag your Cricut Joy friends, your friends that have a Cricut Joy, and you want to tell them, hey, you might want to watch this. And because we're about to dive in and have some fun with our Cricuts. All right, so I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to bring in But now I need to do a sound test. Can anyone hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. I'll take thanks. You are on off. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Okay, hopefully, let's see, my camera is that better? Echo gone, but I still sound far away. Oh, I remember I said it was fine. Is that better? I'm very far away. Well, is that better? Okay. Whew. All right, that's good. Well, let's see. I need to share. All right, so here's the Cricut Joy. It's the smallest little Cricut. It's plugged in. It's ready to roll. And what I want to do today is three things. We're going to I'm going to finish pages that I made for a project recipe. Remember this one? Some of you watching are in these pages. So earlier today, I got out of vinyl. You can see they're all like cattywampus because that's how we used to do sticker letters back in the day. You can also get transfer tape and put them on straight when you're using vinyl from the Cricut. But I feel like it's one of those things that we maybe do at first because we're like, oh yeah, finally I can do it straight. And then we realize, oh, that's an extra step and that takes a while. So then we just go back to the whole like, oh, I meant it to be crooked. Look, I'm whimsical, right? Um, so, so what I'm gonna do is earlier, I did this lettering, and so today I'm gonna journal here, and I'm going to add a guitar up here, an electric guitar, because it was the 80s and we're rocking out. And then I'm gonna add the date in vinyl so you can see how that works with the permanent vinyl on a roll that doesn't require a mat. So we're gonna do all three of those things. But I need to bring up Cricut Design Space too, because that is going to be important so you can see what on earth I'm doing. So it did have an update. I did the update early. Let's see the best way to share this. Sorry, it's web-based, and of course I'm already using, I can't blame my family because they're not even, Aiden just got home, and as you know, if you've been on here for a hot minute, he is not on the Wi-Fi. All right, so here I am. Hey everyone. I need to share my entire screen here. Okay, so hopefully you can see see this. And all right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about journaling. So here are some fonts that I downloaded earlier today. This one is called Skinny Towers, and these are all DaFont, all from DaFont.com. So I'll actually I'll post in the comments the names, because I tried four different, and this is going to get awkward because I'm going to have to keep removing myself. I need to remove myself from this equation for sure, but now I need to remove this. Okay, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so here's one. This is one of the fonts I tried, is a little cursive font. This is the one ultimately that I'm going to be using. Here's another one. And so what it says is, when you have the correct font, then letting your joy do the writing for you is easy. Okay. And then this is a test of what I was going to do for the journal box. Okay, so how do we do journaling? I think the best thing is just to Hey, you can't get on the internet. I'm sorry. Okay. Just make sure your phone's off too. It's his birthday, and I just had to make sure he wasn't on our internet. Okay, now I'm shutting down Design Space. It happens. Sorry, everyone. We'll get there. Technology. See, this is important for you to see too, because sometimes when people call me, they think it's just them, but these kind of things only happen to them. And case in point, it happens. It happens to the best of us. We will just roll with it. If I can ever get a project to open and cooperate. Okay. Hopefully, what is this? Okay, and of course, let me this back in. Oh, we're going to remove this. Boy, oh boy, that's some freaky stuff there. So hopefully, if you own a Joy, okay. Oh, you've lost the audio? Let me know if you still can't hear me. Okay, thanks, Kitty. So no, Kitty, do not try to follow along. This is something that you can refer back to, and thank goodness you can skip all over the gremlin part. Now the dog is crying. This is one of those days. All right, so hopefully you know how to navigate through your Cricut. So I'm going to, you're not going to see this part, but it'll prompt you whether or not you're going to cut on smart material or whether you're going to cut on a mat. And so since I'm cutting on a mat, I'm going to make that choice, and you can't see that choice right now because bringing up that screen is going to cause a problem. All right, so now I'm going to take out my, I'm going to take out the blade. I'm going to add the pen. Now, one thing I did not realize, because I have a whole set of Cricut pens for the regular one, is Cricut Joy, of course, has their own pens. So you have to put in your Cricut Joy pen. You cannot use your the regular Cricut pens if you have them. All right, so I'm just right now that you can't see, I'm choosing the cardstock. It wants me to load the material. And on this, there's no load button. You just push it into the machine. It'll load. It makes sure that it's loaded correctly in there. And then you're going to hit go on your, Cricut Design Space. And now it's going to start. Now, it's going to take a few minutes. Oh, thank you for that, Katie. Okay, so there's an adapter that we can get, which I do not have, but now I will get, so that I can use, because I have like a set of, 36. Thank you, Stacy, for that. Okay, well, thank you. And Design Space was a hot mess anyway. So we're not going to worry about that. Hopefully we can get back there, and I will just turn on that microphone. Because that microphone was not on. That's why you couldn't hear me. All right, so this is journaling, and like I said, I did not write, this is nothing really long. I'm not writing a novel here. So it does take longer than you just writing it. But like I said, some people want the look of a font, a certain font, or they just don't like your handwriting, that kind of thing. So you can just have the Cricut Joy write. Now what you need is a thin line font, and you can use your system font. You do not have to purchase a font from Cricut. You can use system fonts on your computer. All right, well, thank you, Katie, for sharing that. See, people are always thinking, and that's great. So we're gonna let this go. The nice thing is you can do other things while your Cricut Joy is doing the writing for you. And it would have been good if I had already cut on the smart vinyl the dates to put on here, because I could have been applying them while my Cricut was while my Cricut was doing my journaling for me. But you can take that opportunity. You could do your journaling first and then, you know, start laying down your pictures. In this case, because it was a product recipe, I already had these pictures down. And so I'm just doing the journaling. So after this, we are going to attempt to have you go back in Design Space with me with sound and see if we can find an electric guitar and show you how you can do that. Yeah, now some of you, if you've gotten like a whole bundle with the Joy, then you might have gotten some pens, Cricut Joy pens. You know, heaven forbid they should come out something that we can use stuff that we already own, right? They're really good about making us buy more and new things. So while that's cutting, I'm going to come back over here and hopefully you can hear me. Is that true? Yes, Deb. You can download stuff. After I'm done, you can download fonts. I like to go to defont.com and I'm going to list the names of the fonts that work really well for journaling. Because if you don't use a thin line font, then you're going to get bubble letters, which if you're a marker person or a alcoholic person, then that might be a look that you want because you can fill in those letters with other colors or whatever. But you can also experiment with wider tipped pens. I know there's like a metallic round tip pen for the Cricut Joy that's 0.8. These are 0.4. So when it's a little fatter pen, you can get away with different fonts. Okay, so now that this is done, we can go ahead and unload this and take it off. And now I'm going to trim it with my personal trimmer. And it says, everyone really had a great time with the 80s theme. I gave everyone a can of hairspray. We had some high and sticky hair. We completed a lot of pages in our projects as well. This was 2012, so I don't remember exactly, but I'm sure we completed pages. All right, so that's how that is going to go. As usual, I feel like I am burning up in my workshop out here. And it's going to get crazy for a second. Okay, so now I'm going to hide what I journaled. And I'm going to attempt to add a shape. So I'm going to come over to the left side of my Cricut screen, my Design Space, and then I'm going to type in guitar. And I'm going to pick, what I'm looking for is something simple, just a single layer. I'm not looking for anything like this pink guitar with the green. Of course, those colors can be anything I want. And actually, those colors would match this page I'm working on. But just for the sake of the demo, I'm looking for an electric guitar that's very easy, single layer. And by single layer, that just means I just requires one sheet of cardstock. And really, Tara, just pick one. I don't know. I kind of like that one. Or this one. Now, you can add it to your project and play with it before you actually purchase it. So I'm going to say add to canvas. And it's saying it's too big for the Joy, but that's I don't want one that big anymore. So it's basically 3 by 3 because it's on an angle. But each one of these squares is 1 by 1. So if I want it to be like 1.5 inches, I can play with it right on this mat and kind of play with the sizes of how it's really going to come out. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and like 5 inches high by 1.5 inches. Even though it says it's 4 by 4 this way. But I'm interested to know the height of the guitar and the width of the guitar. Okay, so it's about 1.5 inches. All right, that's going to work. And I've got some bright green paper used for that. Now, if we look back up here at the operation, it says basic cut. And this isn't a group of things, so I'm not going to have like these little buttons are not going to be different colors. They are going to be little separate pieces, which I may or may not end up using depending on how tiny they are. But I'm going to say make it. And I'm going to use it on a mat again. All right, so now it's saying I need a piece like this. And I apologize, some of these windows are very small. Now don't forget your pen in there so that it dries up on you. I need to put my blade back in there. Now, you can orient this so that it's not, if you have a strip of paper, then it will cut. All right, that's going to fit on there. Okay, so now that I have it going straight up and down, and I can confirm that it's going to be about 1.5 inches by 5 inches, which is what I thought. Now it's going to take me to checkout because I was purchasing that for 99 cents. I'm going to authorize that purchase. Now, some of you may be Design Space members at $10 a month. For me, if I purchase 3 a month, then, that's a lot for me. I'll go months without purchasing anything. So I just purchase as I go. All right, now this is going to be heavy cardstock, which in Cricut world means it's going to make a couple passes over the same cut. And sometimes it doesn't want to load. Okay. And don't forget to hit go. If you load it in there and you're wondering what the heck is happening, then that's probably what's happening. All right, so I'm coming off a Cricut Joy while that's cutting. Oh, well, my workshop, I have AC. I just get, and these are LED lights, but I just, I just get really hot during a Tuesday live. Yes, Deb, thank you for asking. You can get there by going to Daytona. Well, when you go to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com and you click on the octopus on the logo, it'll take you to the home page. And then there's a button for card classes, and that will lead you through the subscription process. All right, so we're cutting out the electric guitar. Thank you, Deb. Yes, I'm going to use the vinyl. I'm going to use that next. I wanted to show with cardstock, journaling, and then the permanent vinyl. All right, so now we're going to unload. And take off our guitar. And there are these little pieces inside, the little buttons and whatnot. So those can get added. And I didn't bring my precision point adhesive over here, but all the little knobs and stuff can be added. Okay, so I'll add the little buttons and stuff on later. And now I feel like maybe I have to add another square of white behind there, but we'll see. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is use the permanent vinyl on a roll. Now, I already used half of this roll, but when you get into Design Space, you can see how I manipulated the guitar that I can, whatever I want to cut out, I can move over to this area. So you don't have to cut it here and just lose all of this, because this is a ton of vinyl that hasn't been used yet. So let's jump back over to Design Space, and that should be fun for us. Because I wish I could be so easy that I could just share Design Space, but that's just asking too much. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. And now I've purchased that guitar, so I have it forever. That's the other thing I like about purchasing rather than doing the Design Space, because you have access to everything while you're paying the $10 a month. But once you stop doing that, you don't have those items anymore. Yes, I'm doing. Okay, so this is the font, and this is just Cricut Sans. It's just what comes up by default. I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to hide it so that I'm using the same font, and it's generally the same size as the letters on the other side of the page. And this was in September 2012. All right, so this is 1.6, so that's going to be a little bit bigger than, I wish I sat down here with my ruler, but these are about 1.5. So I want to make them the same width. So I'm going to duplicate this again. And I'm going to get rid of September on one of them. And I'm going to get rid of the 12 on this one, so that I can manipulate them. So I want it to be about 1.5. And these are, again, using these squares as a guide, it's just, they're going to be about 3/4 of an inch high. All right, so that's what's going to go down at the bottom. So now I'm going to say make it. And I'm going to select without a mat. And you can see what that looks like. That's a mess. So I'm going to push them over to the other edge, because that's where my vinyl is free. And I'm going to stack them on top of each other like this. And I'll say continue down on the bottom right. And if you're on a phone or an iPad, it's going to look different. And smart vinyl, permanent. And now this, because you're not using a mat, you're just going to load right in. And here, you're just going to let this curl up over here. Say go. And that's it. We'll unload it. I can stop sharing. All right, and I can get out of here. Well, it should probably stay. Can you hear me still? Let me know if you can hear me. So Jen, you can use regular vinyl on a mat. So if you already have vinyl that you want to use, you can do that. But if you want to use the smart vinyl, then that's a special, you're going to look for special packaging that says Cricut Joy smart vinyl. So it basically has a really thick backing on it. And when you cut vinyl, the Cricuts are all smart enough that it doesn't cut through the vinyl, right? It just cuts through the top, the layer. But this is a little bit thicker, and it will load in through the Joy so that you don't have to put it on this mat. And so now I'm going to just like we used to with our sticker letters, we're just going to peel them off. Yeah. And I'm going to try not to load these on all cattywampus. Oh, I'm so glad I did my nails today. Because now I can't pick off letters. And I did choose permanent vinyl because I don't want these letters coming off. And I don't know if Cricut is phasing out the temporary, because when I was at Michael's, they were on clearance. But I thought, self, why would I want my sticker letters temporary? This is a good time to use your multi-purpose tool. That also helps with placing so that your hands don't get in the way of what you're trying to do. And you can see I'm bending to get this off. You don't have to be super delicate. Though I cannot function with my short nails. I particularly like this because with my kids being April and Aiden, you can imagine that any sticker letters that I purchased old school, I ran out of the A's quite quickly. And Aiden has 2 A's in his name. Okay. So we did vinyl. I've messed up my guitar. Tracy and Stacy are rocking out on this page. Using I'm going to have to come back and put all these bars on and whatnot. Little bars and slides. Okay, so we cut out an image with cardstock. We journaled with the Cricut pen, the Joy pen, and we added vinyl sticker letters. And that is all I will subject you to today. All right. So, if you haven't already, it's still not too late to share. Although I feel like this was a hot mess, and I literally a hot mess right now. But hopefully, if you have the joy, maybe you've been afraid to bust it out, don't be afraid to play. I bring it when I go to clients' homes and I'm working on stuff at their house. I bring it with me, and I just cut stuff on the fly from my phone. You don't need a computer. So if you have an iPad or a tablet, yes, Katie. And lots of people are leaving the bigger ones at home, set up at home, and they're bringing the joys to the retreats and that kind of thing. So yes, they're great to bring to a retreat or a crop because they are so portable. And they're decent weight, but they have their own you can get a bag for them from Cricut or from Amazon, and they'll hold your pens and that kind of thing. So hopefully you learned something today, and I will post the names of those fonts from dafont.com. And thank you, Stacy, for sharing the card plans with the group in the chat. I appreciate that. You can just use that link if you're interested in signing up for the subscription. You can use PayPal or a credit card. And these are the cards that we're going to be making if you were late. And I tried to use some of the favorite new tools that are out, like the Infinity Heart and the Flourish Vine. Yes, it is very helpful. Well, let's see who's going to win $10 off their next order, and maybe you'll want a new tool. So let's see if we can do this a little easier. Thank you to the 12 of you who shared, and let's see who our lucky winner is. Kitty, congratulations, Kitty. Well, that's super exciting. Thanks for sharing today, and congratulations. Now, I'll be drawing another winner at 10 p.m. tonight. So if you're watching the replay, and God bless, you could fast forward through the Cricut freeze. If you share this, you will, and comment shared so that I know, then you'll be entered to win $10 off your next order. So congratulations, Kitty, our first winner of the day. And I will post the 10 p.m. winner in the chat. And I will see you all hopefully next week for the card class, where we'll be playing with our distress ink and having a ball making our cards. So thanks so much, everyone. And until I see you all again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.